Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Fran.
And Hannah.
So happy that you're here, and I'm seeing some names from some amazing places.
Yeah, we're all over the world tonight.
From Germany and Norway and
Denmark.
Oh, wow. It's just incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. And then we have a lot of folks here just from the U.S. Oh, here's one from Hawaii. Mimi.
Wow.
Hello, Mimi.
Yeah,
So
you guys
good
are
to
from
have
all
you.
over.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
That's so exciting.
It is so exciting. It's like, wow. So cool. I also want to welcome all of our YouTube members that are part of our YouTube membership. We really, really appreciate you. And you guys, be sure, if you haven't already watched the first 2 sew-alongs with me, be sure to do that. And join me on the sew-along. I'd love to have someone stitch with me. So that would be lots of fun.
Yeah.
Lynn, hello from Australia. And Belfast, let's see. Hope I can stay awake to watch you. I live as it's in Belfast. Wow,
Oh.
Margaret, welcome. Thank you.
Oh, in Virginia, she said she just got her internet back after a week without. Hurricane Helene survivor. Woo!
Ooh, I'm so glad everything's okay
Yeah,
for you.
that's so scary.
It's very sad, some of the stories. My heart really goes out to everyone. So glad you're here. Peggy, hello from Las Vegas.
Oh,
And
Canada.
Rika from Canada, hello. So happy you're here to join us. And Catherine from Kansas. Hello, Catherine. So we're pretty excited today. We have all of you, and we have some cool stuff to share with you.
Yeah, we've got, Fran and I both brought in some of the projects that we are currently working on or that we finished. I currently have a lot of quilts in the binding stage that need binding put on them, but I've been more interested in piecing lately. So I've been putting those on the back burner because I want to put together another top.
And I'm kind of just starting a new project. I'm kind of at the very, very beginning, front end, and I'm using lots of scraps like I always do because I love to do that. Oh, let me say hello to the pastry queen. Thank you so much for joining us. So glad that you're here. And oh my gosh, just so many places from Vermont, Napa, California. Susan, hello. Debbie, Miss Leanna is in the house today. Yes, she is, our pastry queen. I have to tell you a little story. Can I tell a story? Can I digress? So I was able to meet Leanna in Houston last year.
Oh, that's right.
And she helped us a little bit in our booth, and we are so grateful for that. And she brought us the most delicious apple cake. That
And I wasn't there.
It was
so I didn't
just
get to have any.
amazing. So let's see. The pastry queen is joining us from Cape Cod. Wow. I hope that it's beautiful there.
Beverly says she has 12 quilts to put on her long arm. That's incredible. Oh.
Oh, and Anne, hello from Scotland. Wow. So cool.
Someone asked above, Jake, can you scroll up a little? Sorry, Jake is monitoring our chat.
Yeah.
So as comments come in, Susan asks, when will you be doing shows on making blocks? Do you have any block in particular that you would like to see us do a show on? Because we do step things out periodically in our videos, but we love to hear y'all's feedback and see what kinds of things you are looking for. So if there's any quote in particular you want to see, definitely let us know.
Yep, we always love to work it in because we like to know too sometimes.
Yeah.
We get going and we're like, hey, let's do this block. We haven't done this.
Yeah.
So very cool.
And, we like getting inspiration. Things we haven't thought about.
The pastry queen made apple cake for this adventure, so she's snacking on it now, I guess. That's awesome.
I'm so
catching that.
jealous.
It's so good. Hello, Mickey from Biloxi, Mississippi, and Margaret from North Georgia. Woo-hoo. So thank you so much for joining us.
Amy says, so many projects to do on my long arm, but I love to piece 3-yard quilts. Yep. I don't know. There's something about the piecing. It's just, That's
Yeah.
probably my favorite part. I do enjoy the binding process, but I like seeing all of the, the colors coming together in the blocks to make a big thing. It's just.
That's my favorite part too.
Yeah.
Just kind of watch how it all blends together and they all work together. I love that part.
And
It is
like
so
how
much
it goes
fun.
from just like, here's some fabric and then
It's this
here's a
gorgeous
quilt.
play. Yeah, I just love it.
So much fun.
Yes. And Janet
Bear
says
block.
that's actually a really, really good suggestion. And
I need a pen.
I think our dancing bear pattern is probably one that doesn't get enough play because I think it is a fantastic pattern. We should do that.
Justin's
Thank you.
nodding because that's his favorite pattern.
Oh, really? Janet, great suggestion.
Susan, how about a block from the courtyard quilt? We actually just did a 5-minute block challenge where Fran and I went head to head to see how fast we could make a block. And we don't step out the block exactly in that one, but it might give you some ideas for now on the construction of the block and how to work with it.
Yeah.
We found out that 5 minutes is a lot more challenging than we
It's not that much
expected.
time to make a block. We got close, but we didn't finish it. All right. Peggy says, I'm almost done with Irish Christmas at queen size. That's awesome.
Whoa.
I love that. Yes, Christmas.
Have you ever considered releasing tutorial videos on each one of your patterns in the books? Donna from Kentucky. Not specifically, but it's not a bad idea, Donna.
Yep.
So I do like that. I'm going to clock it.
Yep.
in.
And we do try to do at least one from every book.
Yeah, that's true. Whenever we release a new book, we always do a tutorial video where we do 1 to 4 blocks usually.
So I think that, we have a sew along. We did a curved sew along where we actually made it all, so that was good. And then I think we did one for the book before, which was something. Make it easy. No, Christmas. Yuletide.
Christmas.
I can't even remember.
Oh, yeah.
So we do try to do that, but maybe what we could do on the rest of the quilts in the book is we could have show the blocks, or like you were saying in the tutorial. Such a great idea. You guys are just inspire us so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Cindy says, thank you for demonstrating how to incorporate or choose different fabrics with different 3-yard patterns. Sometimes it's tricky to visualize. I agree. So we have really started trying to put images up just as often as we can.
Yeah.
And it's surprising to us too sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, sometimes, we like to try to do images too before we even purchase fabric, so that we have an idea of like, okay, this is what this looks like. Yeah. And it's very surprising sometimes when you put something, you're like, oh, this is really pretty. Let's see what it looks like. And then it's like, wow, this is so much better than I even thought it was going to be.
Wow. Yes, it is so surprising. So Anita asked for more kits with reflections of autumn. Was that a fabric line? Okay.
I don't remember, Anita. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let us know if you're referring to a fabric collection or you just would prefer more autumn themed kits. So we're sure we're clear on what we're talking about, checkmate or 9. Yep. All right, just finished piecing Frolic. Aww.
Beverly says, are you guys coming out with a new book? I finally caught up and own all so far. Well, yes, Beverly, we are. And in fact, we'll give you a little sneak peek.
Yes, so on October 15th, save the date, we are going to be releasing our double focus 3-yard quilt book. Now what this book is of course they're the standard 3-yard quilts, but we have designed them so that you can use 2 focus fabrics. So we all love the beautiful big florals, all of the big prints and everything. And this way you can put them together. And if you'll notice, a lot of, let me turn it to the back. If you'll notice, a lot of them have space between the big blocks. What that does is we've designed them so it breaks up the focus fabric so that you can really see that beautiful fabric, which is pretty cool. And it was fun doing this because I got to choose 2 big prints.
Yeah, which is always exciting.
So we're very excited about it. There's also some really quick patterns in here. I know that 2 of the patterns are no seam matching,
Which is
awesome. Amazing. So if we're looking for quick gifts, this will be a really super one to do. Of course, we've got our 8 patterns as always with the enlargement instructions in them. And you guys, okay, you know that we have videos every Tuesday and Thursday. We always post our kits in the morning of the video. So on
they go live
Tuesday
at
morning,
midnight.
yes, the kits will go live. So if you are interested in any of the kits, get up there in the morning and shop them before the video goes live. Because I'm going to tell you, once the video goes live, some of them wipe out quick.
Yes.
So, but we're super excited about this book. We've had so much fun putting it together. It's a little twist and adds a little spice, and I think it's really a lot of fun.
Can I show them something else about it?
Yes, please.
There's also something new that we're doing in the book this time. So on the patterns, there's a text up here. And for this book, we started incorporating like fun little tips about the patterns, like whether it works with directional fabric or if it's a 1 block, no seam matching, things like that, helpful things that are good to know when you're selecting fabric too. So I'm really excited about that new addition to the books. I think it'll be really helpful for all of us.
Yes.
To
Yes,
be
I
able
think,
to look at that.
Yeah, because when you're flipping through and you need a pattern, you're like, well, I have this beautiful focus, but it's directional. Well, which one of these works?
Yeah.
So we've noted that in there now. So I think it's going to be super, super helpful. So, oh, you guys are, I just love that you chat so much with us. Let me see what we're going to. Kits go, oh, thank you, Justin. Kits go live 12 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursdays. I'd like to know there's no seam matching. Thank you. You are welcome, Mimi. That is really helpful. Kay said, I've been told that the rail fence block is easiest for beginners because you don't have to match seams. But don't you have a match seams when you turn the blocks? My blocks start with 9 patches. When you sew the blocks together for a rail fence, yes, you have to match the seams on the blocks. The 2 quilts that we have in here, and we've actually done a video on no seam matching, there are no seams to match even whenever you put your rows of blocks together. I mean, there is no seams to match, seriously. So it makes it really great.
So Anita, she said in the beginning fabrics, reflections of autumn collection.
Oh, I love Jason Yinter's designs for, we're going to check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll look at that. I'm wondering if that one that I just did is that collection.
I think it is, actually.
We may actually have something coming.
It might be on the horizon, Anita.
Okay. That is great. Oh, Beverly, I love Halloween with Hannah.
Yeah. And you know, Beverly, Fran told you to go in there and get the kits early enough. I was contemplating getting that gnome kit as well. And guess what? I slept on it and I didn't get any of it.
Because it was gone.
I didn't get it fast enough. So, and I knew for
a couple of days at least. Okay, it's going to be there.
That it was going to go up there. But I didn't do it. So, yeah, check them in the morning. It's a great tip.
I've done this. So the other day I was like, okay, I want this fabric and I want an EOB, and I know that it goes live on Tuesday, so I waited, and I went on Tuesday. There were no EOBs. Do you know what EOBs are? I guess I should.
That is a good question.
EOBs are end of bolts, and what that is we often when we cut fabric, or most of the time, there's always that piece of the bolt at the very end that's not quite a yard, and we package those up and sell them as an end of bolt. And they're usually really generous sizes. It's just not quite a yard. So that's one of the ways I make my scrap quilts is I use EOBs. And I think they're fantastic for Like, I'm surprised that the neutral solid colors don't go so fast, because for me, like if you need a number 2 fabric, I would mix 2 creams. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Or I would mix 2 blacks, or I would I need some bright blues or whatever, and I'll just go buy the EOBs. They work so well for that.
Yeah.
And I just consider it 1 yard if
Yeah.
I buy 2, you know.
Yeah.
And I can cut all my
it
pieces
equals-
from that.
It equals what you need
So
usually.
it's great.
Yeah, and there's some great focus in there too. I get a lot of
Yeah.
VOBs too when I'm making scrappy quilts. If I just need like, I want this one fabric color and I don't have any of it, it's really good to supplement that. Or if you're doing double fold binding, which I know a lot of people like to do, they're really good for that.
Yeah.
Or adding borders.
Yep. Or if you just want to do something scrappy like I do, I think it's fun. I love mixing all my fabrics together. But of course, I'm always doing 3-yard quilts. It's just, I like mixing it up.
Having more than one,
Yes.
more than 3.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about kits going up every Tuesday and Thursday morning. So we actually we put some kits up today, this morning, and we just thought we would share them with you really quick.
Yeah.
So one of the first ones that we have, now this is my colorway here. I love this blue and green and turquoisey.
Yeah.
I think it's gorgeous, and I love these together. And if you know me, and I'm going to show you some projects that I've worked on, using this kind of a limey green as my number 2 is one of my favorite things to do. So we have put this in the crisscross pattern.
And I believe there's an image on the screen for you to check out so you can see what it looks like in that crisscross pattern.
I think it's so cool. And I think this would be such a fun thing to do for a new couple, because it looks like a knot, like they're tying the knot.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
And it just kind of, it's a super pattern, super fast, and it goes together. And we've put this kit in this.
Which I love. I think that green behind there just really highlights it. What a fun
really
use
does.
of this
It
pattern.
is so fun. So that's one of the ones that we put up this morning.
The second one, we have this batik. The middle is a cotton, but you can mix your fabrics. It's A-okay.
Yeah.
But we've got our batik. I guess a batik is a cotton, isn't it?
It is. They're all
Yeah,
cottons.
they're all cottons.
You
Never
can
mind.
mix regular prints and batiks. That's fine.
Yeah.
We do it. We love it.
I'm still new to the fabric world, guys. Right?
She's not really. No, she's not.
I can claim it, right?
I'm
It
not
hasn't
gonna let
been
her.
5 years yet, so
Okay.
I'm still new.
A couple.
A couple years. So we have this beautiful batik kit with nice purples and blues and floral, and this pink, just like slight texture.
This is so sweet.
And we have that in our best friends pattern, and I think that turned out so cute. It's the perfect use too, because you have that nice 4 patch, so it works really well with kind of a smaller print.
And I like the way the dark purple is behind the star instead of the other way around, because star should be bright.
Yeah.
So it's very fun.
So pretty.
Very, very good. Now the next one, I really like this kit. We've put this in interlock. And I think this is a very interesting use of this fabric. I love the warm shades of it, this terracotta and the warm white. And then this one is like a mosaic print with all these different colors in it. And when you put it in interlock, this quilt has so much dimension to me. It's almost like you can reach in and grab something, because it just looks 3D to me. And that's pure accident, really. It just kind of came together that way. Fun quilt, and I think this just looks gorgeous in this pattern. So, and this is from the Gold Bold book. The Best Friends is from
Easy Does It.
Easy Does It. And then the crisscross is in Stash Busting. Okay.
Yeah.
So very fun. Very, very fun.
So all of those dropped today. And the easiest way to find them is you can go to the website under Quilt Kits and look at new featured kits. And so that's when Tuesday, Thursday, where the new stuff goes first.
Very good. Sarah is asking for a quick and easy pattern recommendation for a Halloween quilt that needs to be mailed in 3 weeks.
Okay.
How
big is your fabric? Give us some details, Sarah, on your fabric, because there's a few quilts that would go together really quickly. So quick.
So quick
is
is
a
what
great
I would,
option.
yeah, definitely recommend that.
Yeah, and that works for any
many
kind of
things.
fabric. So if you
Yeah.
have a nice big print, it would work. If your print is a little bit smaller, it still would work. And that one goes together really quick.
I think that's a
Yeah.
great suggestion, so check that one out. Now, Connie is saying, I have a bag full of Kaffe 6.5-inch squares, about 30 different fabrics. I have all your books. What patterns do you suggest? Okay. I think I am the outcast here because I love Kaffe. I shouldn't say the outcast. We like Kaffe.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
tend to
yeah.
probably really like Kaffe because I love
You
huge
like big bolds.
prints.
Yeah.
I
6.5-inch
wonder.
squares.
What is this quilt right here? I think these are bigger than 6.5.
I know you're testing me. Ooh. I don't know if it's the right size or not. If you have the book Quilts on the Double, maybe balance.
Oh, it would go in balance. I think it would go
How
in
big
balance.
is a charm pack? Is that 6.5?
They're 5.
We're testing. It's been a long day. Our brains are a little mushy.
So, but balance is a good one because it has a little framed block in there that you
Yeah.
can put all the different ones in, and and that is a no-seam matching
It
quilt.
is, yes. And so I know I used charm packs in that pattern, and actually it was really fun to make. So I think you have to cut them down a little bit, but it would still work for 6.5.
Yep.
And would still look pretty cool.
I think it would. So that's a good idea. Elaine is asking, can I buy a single pattern? I have 2 of your books, but find I only use 1 pattern from each. We do have a collection of single patterns. They're not necessarily ones that are in the books. Some are, some are not.
Yeah.
So there's things like that. So yes, they're out there. We do have the individual patterns, and they will be on our website, Fabric Cafe, under the pattern and book tab, and then the patterns. So, boy, you guys are great. Oh, Beverly says garden path is quick, which is a great segue. Oh, yes, Beverly. Good job. That is a really fast, fun to make pattern.
Yeah.
And ta-da, there it is.
And even better, so Garden Path is our October quilt of the month, and we are offering a discount for the Garden Path downloadable pattern. I'm going to get this cheat sheet so I can read you the coupon code and I don't mess it up. For the whole month of October, you can get 10% off that Garden Path downloadable pattern if you use the code OCT, as in October, 24 QOM, like quilt of the month.
Yeah.
Hopefully I said that well enough.
All right. But I think Garden Path is a really fast one, and I also think it would be great in the Halloween fabric.
Absolutely,
Definitely.
yes.
Okay,
yes.
you guys are asking fabric questions. Deb is asking, I have black material with sunflowers all over it and a solid yellow along with a yellow and white dot. What pattern would work with that? Okay, I'm going to say something about yellow. If you don't disperse your yellow in the pattern evenly, and it could be overwhelming. I would not want a full big block of yellow. So I'd have my focus fabric with my beautiful black sunflowers. I'd probably find a pattern that borders that block with the yellow,
yeah.
and then the yellow and white polka dot in the background.
Yeah.
So I think that would be.
Yeah. Well, Sweet Times in that case might be a good choice.
That's a good
Because it's you would be framing it one with your yellow and white polka dot.
So that is a good suggestion.
Yeah, which would
Sweet
be really
Times.
cute.
Oh, Garden Path uses 6.5-inch cuts. What?
Hey.
Really? Thank you for knowing that.
You guys probably know the patterns way better than we do.
So that's awesome.
Robin said that she has 2 of our quilts cut out and ready to sew at an upcoming retreat, and it'll be her first 3-yard quilt.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Robin, for giving us a
Yes.
shot. We think they're so
Welcome.
fun to do.
You'll have to let us know how it goes. Send us your pictures when they're done.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And if you guys want to send us pictures, send them to welisten@fabriccafe.com.
Yes, and we love sharing them.
Yes.
We really do like sharing them. All right, Mara says she just finished sewing a quick pattern and now have a relationship with Jack the Ripper. Oh, I hate Jack. Hard time matching seams, turned out beautiful. Good.
Honestly, I don't use mine very often because I cheat on a lot of things. If I'm like, doesn't look that great, but it's fine.
Yep.
I'm like,
Depends on how we're using it.
yeah, if I sew it backwards,
Yep.
I'll rip it out.
Yeah.
But it has to be pretty bad for me to be willing to rip it out.
I usually rip it out. Different personalities, probably. All right. Mimi asks, is the garden path in a book or a separate pattern? It is both.
It is it is available as an individual.
Yes.
Or in the book Fast and Fun.
Okay. Nancy asks, what about a book that combines some of the older single patterns that are not in any of the books? 12 Days of Christmas, Nancy. That's a great idea. In fact, I had a little conversation this morning with my mom, Donna, about some possibilities for 2026. And I know that we have to plan that far in advance, but
It is pretty crazy.
I know that's kind of far away, but maybe something before then. We'll see. Lisa asked, could you make a listing of what size blocks are in each quilt? That is a great idea, and that would take some time, wouldn't it?
It would.
We have a lot of quilt patterns.
We do. So it would take some finagling to get there. But that's not a bad idea, Lisa. So we'll put it back there.
Or maybe
for us
we
to
could
think about.
do something, let me know if this would work, like several sheets that says our most popular 9-inch blocks, our most popular 10-inch blocks, our most popular 6-inch blocks.
Yeah.
That could be helpful too, so that if you could just go to the sheet that has the size you want. So maybe that would work.
Yeah, it would at least be a start at least.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Heath has a list.
Oh my goodness. These use 6.5-inch brick street, garden path, trellis, art deco, in a flash, rickrack, dancing bears, louvers, stellar, so easy, wonderland, simply blocks, opulence, fandango, jubilee, liberty, connections, and jewels. Wow. Wow, thank you.
Yeah, so check those out. You need those sizes. And those are great patterns too, all of those.
Oh yeah. I think jewels is one of my favorite. I want to do jewels in Christmas fabric.
Oh, yes.
I really, really want to do jewels in Christmas fabric. I may do that this year. Maybe that'll be my next project.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I think Heath could write an encyclopedia for us. You want a job, Heath?
You want a job putting them all those block sizes together for us?
Well, speaking of projects,
Yeah.
you wanna start showing some of the things? Oh, wait. Can I do this?
Yes. Okay. We had a special surprise that just floored me.
Yes, and me too.
Okay.
So I got a surprise this week. Sandy, one of our amazing quilters out there, one of you guys, made me a Halloween quilt. Because if you watch the videos, you know I love Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays, and I love Halloween quilts. And we wanted to share it with y'all so you could see what she made. Now, this is not a 3-yard quilt pattern. It's nice and big.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm sorry, I'm covering up, Fran. I don't know what the pattern she made is. I don't know if she made this up or she got it from somewhere, but it's got some curves, which also I really like curves. And it's just so sweet and cute, and it's got flannel on the backing, so it's nice and soft.
It is.
So
soft.
it's Sandy, if you're out there, I was shocked and delighted, and I'm so excited. My dog likes it. I was holding it up to show Blake.
She's not giving it to the dog.
I'm
okay?
not. No. She doesn't get it. But I was holding it up to show Blake, and she just came over and laid down on it because I'm short, so some of it was on the ground, and she wouldn't get up. It didn't matter. We were like, okay, come on, Lucy, and she's,
Nope.
this is where I am now. So I snapped a little picture of her. But thank you so much, Sandy. I love it. I'm so excited, and it's going to be so cozy and comfy in the winter months.
Yes.
And it's
So wonderful.
yeah,
Thank you so
very,
much.
very kind, and so generous. So thank you.
Oh, boy, we just have so many fun things. Jackie, using EOB is great for pillowcases and table runners and pillows. Great to match your quilts. That's a really good idea, Jackie. Thanks for sharing that. That is awesome. So we had some other questions. I think is there a pattern that is smaller for baby quilts? You know what I would do if I wanted a baby quilt is I would just leave off a row, or don't put such wide borders on it. Or
Yeah, limit the borders.
I know that we had some in the Fat Quarter book, Fat Quarter treats that were a little bit smaller.
And topsy-turvy, too.
Topsy-turvy is
That's a good
good,
one.
and that is an individual, and it's also in our Quilts for Kids book.
That's a good one.
So that would be awesome. Anita's also asking, on Tuesday, you use small square panels in a quilt. Any ideas how to cut up and sew a large panel in a 3-yard quilt? Oh, wow. All right, you stumped me for a second. I got to think, because we have done ombre prints in a 3-yard quilt where we cut it up and we
Yeah, that's true.
we arrange the blocks so that it looks like a scene. So like chain reaction. I think chain reaction would be a really great one to use if you have a larger panel, if it would work. I need to look at it. But use your panel in the number 2 position and then just arrange your blocks so that it looks like you're looking through a window. I think that would be really, really cool. And that could work.
Yeah, and following that thought, dash would be a good one, too.
That would be a good one.
You could do something like that where it's kind of like it's framed.
But you would definitely have to use something that the blocks are cut independently, so you can arrange them where you want them. So that it's not put into a strip piece or anything like that. So I think that would be really, really pretty.
Yeah, that would be really
It would
nice.
work really, really well. If you do that, send us a picture. We would like to see that. That's a great question. So Shirley says, I did through the window again with your fabric that looked like snow. You should have heard all of the oohs and ahs at the quilt retreat. What a fun idea.
That is so fun. It's like, look, it's really looking through the window.
Yes, I love it.
That's awesome.
That is very cool. All right.
So Carol said that we make donation quilts with your patterns, and we always leave the last row off for baby quilts. I missed that one important thing in there. And she says works for most of your patterns. So yeah, leaving off a row, leaving off a column, make it work.
It works.
Awesome.
And it makes it faster.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
All right. Now, we have been doing some fun things personally.
Yes.
All right. And one of the things that we have is, of course, I'm a quilter, Hannah's a quilter. We have Donna Holmes in the office that is a quilter, and we also have Renee that's a quilter. So we've been challenging each other to do a pattern out of any new book that comes out.
So that's actually what Fran and I are currently working on at home. Is our challenge from the Double Focus book.
Yes.
So we're working on that one.
But we actually did one. We want to share ours that we did from the Curve book.
Yay.
And we'll show you our version of it.
Yes.
So, and if y'all don't know about the Curve book, this was the last one that we introduced, and they're all using curved piecing. And it was such a delight working with Matt Cox. She's just a wonderful person, and
Super sweet.
yes. So we did one of her patterns from the book called Double Dutch, and I'm going to show you mine. And we had so much fun doing this.
And we didn't consult with each other either about what we were going to do. It was just like
No.
all of us did it in our own way, our own style.
So I did, now I was inspired by Charity when she did the hand quilting video, and I wanted to try hand quilting. This is the very first hand quilted quilt I have ever done. And actually, I really enjoyed it, and I think it turned out really nice.
Oh, yeah, I love it. She
And-
did little flowers.
Yes, I just kind of hand drew these little things and anyway, it was fun. And then I used, so we have fabric online that is a great price, and it's in our backing section of our fabrics, and that's what I used, is the backing fabric, and just put the solid colors together. And the green thread, I used embroidery floss to do my hand stitching, and I think it turned out great. It's so fun. Really
And
like it.
An additional border
Oh,
too, didn't you?
I did, because
Yeah.
I wanted that little bit of black out here.
Which I think is great. I think it frames it so nicely. Just looks awesome. And can we show them the back?
Oh, my back is a Mod Podge of all kinds of things. But
Which
yes, we
I
can show
I love it. It's
all my leftovers.
Yes. Sometimes you have a lot of leftover fabric and you want to do something with it. I think it's amazing.
That's what I did with it.
It's so fun. Honestly, it kind of looks like candy to me
Candy. That's great.
because it's so bright and colorful, and I love it.
But this has been fun, and we'll probably feature these coming up soon in a social post or something.
Yeah. So be sure to look out for that. You'll get to see what Donna Holmes and Renee have done with theirs as well.
Yes.
Donna Holmes did this blue version, which is
so pretty.
really peaceful.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Renee's yet, so that's a surprise.
No. Now, Hannah's is a blast. It's like a party. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is Hannah's, and it's so cool.
I was very inspired by kind of pop art. I wanted to make it really bright and pink and blue and kind of 50s, and I incorporated an additional fabric, up here, and alternated with a bunch of fabrics.
Just so much fun.
And I did not quilt this one myself. I did get it done, but I love the way she actually picked. So it's kind of this like
over.
geometric print, and my backing. Whoop,
Oh, okay.
whoop, I don't know. Whoop.
Go that way.
We haven't rehearsed this.
No.
My backing, basically, she got the exact same design as what I put on my backing, which I thought was so fun. And she did it in blue, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's so
Well,
fun.
I love that she used the polka dot in the number 2 position between. It's just so great.
I actually think that's what sparked my inspiration. We had an EOB of it, and I thought, ooh, I could use that.
Yep. Very fun. Very, very fun.
And I do want to give some encouragement to people out there. If you haven't tried curves yet, I really recommend doing this pattern first. If you're intimidated by it, this is a really good one to start with because you're making the same curve throughout the entire quilt. You're just doing it in different colorways. So you only have to learn one curve. And they're a nice size curve too. So it's easier to manage when they're a little bit bigger. And it's also, I found it extremely satisfying because once you sewed the curve and pressed it, your block was done. And for some reason that made me feel really good, like, yeah, I'm working really fast, getting a lot done. And once you get it cut out, I actually didn't think the cutting out took too long either.
I didn't think so either. It
Yeah.
went together pretty quick.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So give curves a try.
Yeah.
If you've never done it before, you might actually be surprised. I think a king size curve quilt is in my future.
Ooh, see, she says that she's new. She's not new. She's quite experienced at this point. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
So Mimi said that she made the tulip quilt. That's awesome, Mimi. you did half with pins and half with glue. I prefer the pins because I could press open the seams. It was a challenge, but enjoyed it. You know, Mimi, I also prefer pinning my curves. I
Me
did
too.
not like the glue either. I also know people that love the glue and don't like the pins, so I think it's just personal preference.
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah, and honestly, the first 3 or 4 curve blocks that I did, I kind of got the hang of it, and then they just zoomed. I mean, I just
Yeah.
got going, and it was fast, and I did it top in a weekend, and anyway.
Yeah, went together fast.
So very, very fun.
Before we move on to our next projects, I know we have more. We had a little power surge, and so the feed got out of sync.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you tell everybody, don't go anywhere, but we're gonna like refresh our thing.
Okay.
So it's in sync, and then we'll be back. So nobody go anywhere.
Cool.
We wanna get it fixed.
Oh,
In case you guys didn't hear, Justin's over there. He's telling us our feed got a little bit off. We had a power surge, and so things got a little wonky. So we're going to stop, refresh, and then we'll be back. So don't go anywhere.
don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's just a few seconds.
Got more projects. We want to make sure that we can get it fixed for y'all. So see you in a minute.
All right, I think we're back, everyone. Thanks for hanging with us so that we
Yeah.
could restart and hopefully get this resynced back properly.
Monica asked, can you put on the website a list of patterns that are not in a book? Actually, so if you go to our free goodies section, we do have a list of all of our patterns, and it tells you what book they are in or if they are individual.
Yes.
It'll list both so that you know what you're getting and the ones that are only available as an individual.
Yeah, and we do keep that updated. So as a new book comes out, we'll make sure that that new book gets on there with the patterns listed and all of that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to show one more quilt?
Yeah.
Do you want to see one more? So this is one of my favorites that I've done recently. And we laugh because often I do quilts out of our scrap bin. This is one of my scrap quilts. And it's big. And so I just did all these different scraps. I used a similar fabric too to keep it unified, and a similar, well, you see I changed it here because I
Yeah.
didn't have enough green, but all of these are kind of different. But I kept them all in similar tones so that it worked, I thought. And this is from the Go Bold book, and this pattern is actually called Modern Art, but I really, really like it kind of in these jade greens and blues
Oh, yeah.
and all of that. So I think it really turned out. So this one's
gorgeous.
recently finished and very, very happy with it. But of course, still basically a 3-yard quilt. I just use scraps.
I call it her mermaid quilt.
It does kind of look like that.
Because it makes me think of like beautiful under the sea.
Yeah, really love it. I thought it turned out great.
Yeah,
So
it's
one of my
gorgeous.
favorites lately.
Honestly, one of mine of hers too. So Fran has a lot of quilts in her office too. So it's really fun to go in there and get to see. She's got a bunch on her wall, and it's so cute and so bright and cheerful.
It's my padded cell.
Hey, but at least it makes you happy. So
So, and someone just asked, I saw it pop up, if they asked if we sold scrap bags. And you know, we don't. Is that, you know, we have our EOBs, but we really don't have scrap bags. So is that something y'all would be interested in, or?
Yeah, let us know.
So, anyway, Debbie, will you be at QuiltCon 25?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
We will be at QuiltCon 25, and we have actually secured a booth for the show. So we will be there in full force. We have, can I say this? I can say this. We have a book coming out in January as well.
Yeah.
So we will be featuring that book at QuiltCon, and of course we will have our other, a selection of our other books, patterns, and kits.
Yeah,
So,
it'll be great.
yep. Now we're also going to be at Houston, so make sure that you come see us at Houston. If you go to Houston, our booth number is 1046.
She knew that off the top
What-
of her head. Wow. I thought she was gonna have to look.
1046. Yeah, so that's, and of course we'll have lots of stuff there. We'll have our new book, and we are going to be releasing 6 new individual patterns at Festival.
Yep.
So you can get a little sneak peek of those, and don't worry, there'll be a video, and we'll have them offered online
Yes.
as well if you don't get to go to Houston.
Yeah,
But
you'll still have options.
yep.
Anita asks, any future plans for applique?
I love applique. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrap bags, yes.
Okay, so very excited.
Heath that knows all of our patterns. Okay.
Want scrap bags.
That-
all right. Twist our arms, why don't you?
So, yes, excited for Houston. Now, Hannah has another quilt, I think, over there that she's done recently that we would like to share with you as well.
Yes.
Kremlin's got you again. Debbie, you're funny.
Okay. Art Deco or Patriotic Pride?
Oh, Art Deco, my favorite.
Okay. I affectionately call this quilt my Neon Vomit quilt. You'll see why in a moment. Dun, dun, dun. It also
I
is waiting
love
on
this
binding.
quilt.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you made this
Actually,
with charm
this is kind of my
packs,
top.
didn't you?
I made this with layer cakes.
Oh, okay.
So actually, layer cake and jelly roll. So these are layer cakes that I trimmed down, and then these are jelly roll strips that I sewed together. And then I have the same black that I used for all of them.
I love it. It's so much fun.
It was, I did really enjoy making this one. If you look really closely, you can see some of my blocks I had to piece together. And I'm going to borrow a phrase from one of you guys. One of you called a pieced border a Franken border. So I have some Franken blocks in here. But I didn't have enough stripes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have a stripe in all of these like bigger blocks right here. So I had to get funky. And some of them are pieced together pretty well, but there's one at the bottom that
It's fine.
it's fine. It's at the bottom. No one's gonna see it. It doesn't matter.
It's great.
But after I did it, I was like, that's pretty wonky, but oh well, it's fine.
So it's fun. So yes, we love Tula too, and it is her fabrics. So I think it worked really
lot
well.
of fun.
Now I saw a few comments earlier that we didn't quite get to. QuiltCon, are we coming to anytime? Let me start again. Are we coming to California anytime soon? I don't have plans to do that, Melinda, but thank you for asking. We don't have it on our schedule at this time. We will be at QuiltCon, which is in Phoenix, in February of 2025. So, oh, great. Justin's put up the link there, so that's awesome.
Woohoo!
So, yes, we are preparing for that. So, all
Got a piece of
right.
fluff on my face.
I do not have, Elaine asked if we had a booth number. Yes, we don't have a booth assignment yet. But we would definitely share that, but we don't have that yet. So, all right, anything else? Quilting my first quilt on the domestic machine. This is Debbie wrangling my alligator. Jump,
Yep.
jump.
It feels like that.
It does feel like that.
Yeah.
That's
I
hilarious.
actually just recently tried to use my machine to quilt. I've done small quilting projects on it, and it's worked just fine. But it didn't like doing a big quilt. So I gave up after 2 blocks, and I said, you know what? I'm going to hand quilt this whole thing. So that's what I'm working on at home right now. But I actually really am enjoying the hand quilting. And my dog is enjoying it too, because she can sit under the hoop while I'm sewing.
Yeah, so my cat enjoyed me hand quilting because he would come sit on the edge of the quilt, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I agree, guys. I think the Frankenstein quilting we need to come up with a book, Frankenstein 3-yard quilts. I mean, that would be fun.
And we'll have an applique of a Frankenstein in it. So that we can combine all of the things. Will Hannah be with you at Quilt Market or Festival? Unfortunately, no, I won't. I will be here getting a lot of things done because the office will be so quiet.
It will be quiet, and I think it's a time that some of our team gets to get caught up.
Yeah.
And they really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, but I will be there in spirit, and I send all my love to all of you, and I say hello.
Yes. And she will be there in spirit.
A. Carlson said, on a galloping horse, it won't be noticed. Yep.
Works for me.
I think that's my new rule.
Oh,
Will it be
funny.
noticed on a galloping horse? No? That's fine.
Yep, we're good.
Love it.
All right, do we have anything else we wanted to share?
Do you have another?
We do each have one more project, so we could show our last 2 projects.
Do you want to see the last 2, or are we
and then
show and
wrap it
tell?
up?
More show and tell?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do the last 2, because then you get to show your lime green too.
Will you be participating in Schoolhouse Again at Market? And this is Amy. Amy, I am actually teaching 3 schoolhouses at Market. One on the new book, Double Focus, one on our 6 new patterns, and then I will be doing a Schoolhouse for Blank Quilting right after that, showing a lot of their new fabric collections in our new book and in the new patterns. So they're actually all right in a row, and I think the room number was 260, but I'm not 100% positive if that's right. But
So
they
you got
are
the booth number, right?
boom, 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 right in a row, like starting at 11 o'clock. So be sure and stop by and see us. All right. Yes, please. I assume you say yes, please, because you want to see more quilts. Okay, this is Stargazing from Go Bold. And yeah, it's really bold. Now, I did something a little different. I swapped my number 1 and my number 2 positions, just because I really kind of wanted to play off. I wanted the really colorful fabric in the middle of the star, and I think that it worked really well that way. I also wanted to use this lime green in the background, and it's crazy, I know. Not for everybody, but I absolutely love it. So
I didn't realize you swapped your positions. That's so fun.
I did. I swapped positions so that the focus was in the middle of the star, and that's just so easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah, if you've never swapped positions in the quilts for the 3 yards, super easy. You just cut everything from that position with whatever fabric you're using.
Yep. So this is another one recently finished and lots of fun.
I love it so much.
Yeah, and this one, so this green is a Tula, you know that, from Free Spirit. This is actually an ombre. The multicolor one is a Sue Pen, and that is also a Free Spirit. And the black, I don't know, it's just a black.
Actually, I think it's an Andover.
Is the black an Andover?
I think it is.
I think you might be right.
I've gotten this. This isn't a. Oh, that's what's in my Art Deco. That's
It's the same
that's
black.
what was in the one I just showed. I was like, this fabric looks very familiar.
Yeah. So it's fun. I really, really enjoy doing it. I like to sew with really bright colors because it keeps me happy.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And I like having
So.
that pop of black in there. I've been doing that a lot lately with my quilts. The one we're doing from the new book, from the Double Focus book, our quilt challenge, I'm doing something kind of similar to my double Dutch that you saw with like the black and white and the pink, kind of doing that pop art thing again. So apparently that's the realm I'm in right now. It's my my go-to. Is this bold black and white with strong, bright colors.
That's so funny. I'm doing black and white too. Uh-oh.
But I do know that hers is Christmas. So.
It is Christmas.
And I know some of the fabrics you have in it. I don't know all of them. So I'm excited to see. It's as much of a surprise for us as it is for y'all.
It is fun. We really enjoy doing it. So show me yours.
Yes. Okay, so this is my July quilt of the month. We did Patriotic Pride for July, and it's been waiting for binding too because I've been real lazy on my binding right now, guys. Even though I know I'll be happy to sit down on the couch and do it because I enjoy the hand binding, but I haven't gotten there yet. I've been too preoccupied with other projects.
That's okay.
So this is my Patriotic Pride.
I think this is so
done
fun.
in space. So, and I love what our quilter did. This was done by Mitzi, and she actually showed me a bunch of different colors. I originally had been thinking silver was the way to go because a lot of my accents had more like cool tones in it, but she had this gold. And you probably can't see the quilting super well, unfortunately, but she did a gold on it, and it, I think, just added so much to it.
Yes. And the stars, it's just perfect.
Yeah, I'm
so much
delighted
fun.
by the way it turned out.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what my binding fabric is now. It's
You've
ready.
forgotten.
It's wrapped around a paper towel holder, but I don't remember. It might be this, actually.
Yeah. It's fun.
Oh, wait, or this. Maybe
Or
it's
that.
this.
Maybe it's
it's the
that.
backing color.
I love the backing fabric.
I don't
It's
remember.
fun. Yeah. Very good. Well, guys, be sure that if you are working on 3-yard quilts, send us pictures. We love to see them. We love to share them. And make sure you're going to our YouTube community page. Make sure you're checking out our Facebook and our Instagram. And of course, we put a lot of them on our videos as well. So I think that, and I have to thank everyone for sending your photos of your quilts of the month.
Yes.
I have been blown away
Yes.
by how you guys are doing the quilt of the month and the pictures that we're getting and the creativity. It's incredible.
It's amazing.
So,
And it's so exciting too. This was just an idea that it was like, oh, this would be fun.
just
We
try.
can, get more involvement with all of you guys. And it has taken off so above and beyond.
so much more.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Chris, do you have patterns on 5-yard quilts? So stay tuned, Chris.
I was going to let her take the lead on that one. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to
Stay
say.
tuned. I know that we had a chat with you guys earlier in the year. I believe it was in January, and I said, I'm working on this. And it just takes us a little while to pull the designs together, to get the fabrics together, to get the book proofed and edited and the quilts made. And
Yeah, patterns tested. That's very important.
it is, there's a lot there. So stay tuned. Okay. That's all I can say at this point. I will say this too. Before I came in here to visit with you guys, I was proofing the book.
Yep.
So we're getting close.
Yeah. And they're pretty great. You're not going to be disappointed.
I think they're fantastic. I mean, it is like so different to add 2 more.
Yeah,
So-
it's fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited about it. We're all excited.
I am excited.
We had to get a new fabric cutter to accommodate.
We've had to do all kinds of things to change our processes to accommodate that. So I think that it's helping us grow up a little bit. And, as we've gone through and said, okay, well, how do we do this? And what do we need to do? And how do we change? And these are bigger quilts. And I mean, just all of these things. So we're getting it. We are getting it.
It's always an adventure.
So it's fun. So yes, good question.
Susan, if you are asking about the last pattern that we showed, the space one, this is the Patriotic Pride pattern. And you know what? I might not have said it. So that might have been why you missed the pattern name. Yeah, with the stars and big blocks. And someone said that there were northern lights in there. And yeah, it was
It does look like that.
I think it was a fat quarter bundle that had like space type fabric in it. But I think some northern lights snuck in there too.
Yeah.
Which I guess could be spacey. It's beautiful, so.
Oh, 5-yard quilts means more shopping and more fabric. You should see us. We've been getting a lot of fabric in lately, and I can't help myself to go back there and go, what's in this box? What's in that box? What's in that box?
And that's because it is exciting too, because some of the things we'll have to order really far in advance too,
Yes.
some of the newer lines that come out. And so you kind of forget about it between ordering it and between arrival. So then it comes in and you're like, ooh, I forgot about that fabric. And it's exciting.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, I mean, yes, it looks beautiful on your computer screen, but then you get it and it's just like, wow. So we have that too. So it's a very, very cool.
So Terry said about the Northern Lights fabric that it was, she made a Northern Lights panel quilt, and that was the coordinating fabric. That's so fun.
That is
That's
fun.
awesome.
So I need to, okay, so I need to look that up, and then I need to look up that autumn one from in the beginning.
Magic, Heidi, Hannah, are you doing a curvy quilt in your beginner series? Yes. This quilt actually will be part of it. It's not on the schedule quite yet because we do plan things out pretty far in advance, but there will be a video about it. Me kind of walking through what my process was, how I did curves, and how I picked the fabrics, all that good stuff. So yes, coming at some point.
Oh, Kathleen says, a fun challenge would be to make a larger 3-yard quilt and incorporate additional fabrics. That would be an interesting challenge. So maybe on one of our next ones, since we've already started the one we're working on now. Well, the next one, well.
She's trying not
We
to
may do
say
that.
too much.
Yeah, I know. I can't give away everything. We got to keep some surprises. But I think that's a really good idea. I've also thought, and I know Hannah would be on board for this challenge, is a scrappy quilt challenge, a scrappy 3-yard quilt challenge.
Oh, yeah.
We both love to use scraps in 3-yard
Yes.
quilts.
Yeah.
And we just love the diversity that it puts in the quilt and the interest and everything. So that could be really cool too. I never thought about taking challenges that direction.
Yeah, I like that. It's fun.
Yeah.
3-yard quilt and incorporate additional fabrics.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
putting it up there.
Yep. We do that. We get so many great ideas from you guys.
Yes,
So we really love visiting with you. It's so much fun.
it really is.
So,
I think we're done for the day.
yep. We really, really appreciate it. Oh, yes, love scrap. Oh, and then we could do scrap bags. That's right. We're going to do scrap bags, right?
Oh,
Do a
scrappy quilt.
scrappy quilt challenge and a scrap bag. And we have to draw in a blindfolded and pull our scrap bag out.
Oh, now that would be really fun.
That would
And
be
we just
fun.
have to make it work, even if not necessarily the fabrics. Well,
We
if
could
you're
use-
making it scrappy, they don't have to go together. Just
We could
complement
use
each other.
1 yard, just 1 yard of additional fabric with our scraps. Oh,
Okay.
that would be fun. Oh, okay.
That would be
Now
really
you got me
fun.
going. See Hannah popping out of a bundle of scraps. Okay.
I mean, you should see me when I look into our scrap bin. It's this big. It's a trash can, but it was never used for trash. It's like just a nice big receptacle we can put fabric scraps in. But I'm too short to get into it, and so I don't like bending over it. So I pull the whole thing down and I sit on the ground and I dig in.
We
scrap
dig in
bin.
that thing all the time with trash can quilts. That's what I keep saying. It's my trash can quilt. All right.
Yeah, I mean, but
Okay,
That's the best thing.
I got excited. I got really excited. That would be really fun. I would enjoy doing that. So we should try that.
that would be really fun.
Yeah. So guys,
like
thank
that.
you so much. We love you guys. We love the inspiration that you give us and for coming and joining us today and chatting with us. We really get a lot of our energy from you and all of the inspiration that you send us with your photos and being here and watching us. We love reading your comments on YouTube and on Facebook, and it is truly a delight. You guys are just so wonderful. Thank you.
Yep, we get a lot of influence from what you're wanting. So keep the comments coming. Keep letting us
Yes,
know.
please.
We can't get to everything, but we try to get to as much as we can.
Yep.
And
We do.
Yeah.
We work hard.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I love you so much.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. Come to Houston and see us.
Yeah. Bye.